Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you for tuning in to In Silence. Know thyself. Socrates' famous statement, know thyself. For those that don't know, Socrates is a Greek philosopher, and he's known for the famous statement, or declaration, I might say, know thyself. It's so important that we know who we are. See, if you don't know who you are, if you don't go on the path to discovering who you are, then people will tell you who they think you are. And what ends up happening is that people with their limited beliefs about who they are project their limits onto you. And so most people walk around life not really knowing who they are. Think they might have some sort of idea, but there are false ideas. By knowing yourself, you go beyond the persona of who you think you are and go deep into who you actually are in reality. So how do we end up knowing who we are? We have to understand that we are living in ignorance. We have to accept the fact that my whole life, your whole life, our whole life, we've been living in ignorance. And that ignorance runs deep. It runs into everything that we think, feel, and do. So it's important to move out of that ignorance. How do we move out of that ignorance and move into the knowledge of who we are? The sacred knowledge, the truest knowledge. It is by doing this. It is by examining ourselves, examining our life, examining our beliefs, examining our opinions, examining our attitudes, examining our perceptions, examining our emotions, examining our reactions, examining our actions, examining ourselves at the deepest level. And these beliefs, ideas, opinions, perceptions are not just opinions about or beliefs you have about yourself, but beliefs you have about yourself, about others, about the world, about life, about events, about the past, about the future. So it's important to bring all this into awareness. This gives you power. You've heard the saying, knowledge is power. Well, it is true once you know the truest knowledge, not the conventional knowledge that is given to you by the so-called world through education, what is called education. That is fictitious knowledge, conventional knowledge, knowledge that is subject to change. But however, the knowledge of your true self is changeless, and that is why it is most powerful. I think it was Hafiz, a Sufi poet, or Rumi, one of them, said this. They said, I'm paraphrasing, once you go to find who you are, you will know God. Once you go to find God, you will know who you are. And so that is the importance of knowing thyself, knowing ourself. To move from ignorance, the deep-rooted ignorance, into knowledge. Not knowledge that is gained by reading books or listening to teachers or whatever, but knowledge that is gained through close observation, examination, discovery, through will. So I want to encourage you to know thyself. Once you know yourself, you will be in your power. Nothing will shake you. Nothing will disturb you anymore. The things that used to annoy you won't annoy you. The things that used to frustrate you won't frustrate you. The things that used to make you unhappy won't make you unhappy anymore. That is the importance of knowing thyself. Because when you know yourself, you will be free. You will be happiness. If there was a key to freedom and happiness and fulfillment and completion and wholeness, knowing yourself is that key. That is how important it is to know yourself. If you don't know yourself, if you don't make a commitment to knowing who you are, to defining yourself, then the world will define you for you. The world will tell you who you are. And that definition would be completely false. A complete limitation. A complete distortion of who you really are. So, do you really want the world to tell you who you are? Because people are walking around in ignorance and projecting their own ignorance on others. They have an idea of who they think they are, and then they project it on others. This is who you are too, because this is who I think I am, so this must be who you are. And it is a limiting belief, but I'm here to not limit you. I'm here to help liberate you. But only you can liberate yourself. That is the key to freedom, knowing thyself. With that said, I hope this video brought you value. I thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.